Hello, class. Welcome to your uh, stats project that will count as a test grade. Right here, you're looking at your rubric. In your rubric, it shows you the four steps that you will be graded on and how you can get the maximum number of points. And of course, if you don't turn it in, you'll get 0 points for each of those categories. I am going to read through the way that you can get a four in each category, expecting that most of you will reach for that. But understand that you are in control of your grade. You know exactly what you need to do in order to get an A if that's what you want. Um, so the first category is step one: create one question and one research topic, both were appropriate. Your categorical question has categories. Your numerical topic can research at least 10 numerical data points. For step two, your numerical question, you have to interview a minimum of 25 people. You have a tally chart of your responses. Your categorical question, you make sure you fill out all the data points and found the mean, median, quartile one, quartile three, range, and interquartile range. For step three, your categorical question, you created a frequency table with relative frequency, had your title organized and neat, easy to read, and it is colorful. Your numerical question, you create a box and whisker plot. You have the data on the paper, have little, you have a title. It's organized and neat and easy to read and colorful. And for step four, you wrote your two paragraphs making conclusions about both questions using data collected from surveys and box and whisker plots. Now, if you turn to your page two, you have what you have to use for your step one. You are going to create your question. So you're going to have a categorical question, which is a question that has categories. So meaning that you're going to ask a question and you basically give the options that the people can give you back. So they can't give you an unlimited amount of answers. And I'm going to show you a couple of examples of those. And then also you have to tell what your research for your numerical data will be. Again, you have to, in this one, you're looking for a numerical response and you're going to research the topic that you're going to choose. And I'll show you examples to use for that. Now, in your step two, you are your interview and research create a two-way frequency table and interview at least 25 people. Your categorical question, tally the results below. So, want to make sure you are asking the question and recording your tallies. Now, as far as your categorical data, if you ask a question and you give them specific answers that they can give. So, what is your favorite NFL team in the South? Well, the NFL South teams are Tampa Bay, New Orleans, Carolina, and the Atlanta Falcons. So, you are dictating what their response could be. Now, understand those are going to be the different categories you can give. The other part that you have to do in order to make it a two-way frequency table is collect the data whether you're asking a male or a female that question. Um, Another example, where do you plan on going to college? In state, out of state, or undecided. Okay, those are the options. Those are the only three options they can give. And again, make sure you say, notate whether it's a boy or a girl that gives you each answer. Um, and then what Georgia college would you consider? And if you list the specific Georgia colleges, again, that is another way to get a categorical question. Now, for your question where you're looking for a numeric answer or numeric research, well, you can say, what are the Falcon scores for the 2017 season? So what you would do is look up the scores that the Falcons had during 2017 and record those scores, and then that would be your data, and you would go ahead and be able to do the rest of the things that you need to do with that data. There's no survey that has to be done or no asking people questions. You have to look it up. Now, on this page of your packet for your project, you're going to actually keep track of your numerical data. And if you need to add more rows or tables, you feel free to do so. Now, once you have all your numerical data, you're going to find the mean, the median, quartile 1, quartile 3, your range, and your interquartile range. Now, for step 3, it tells you what to do for both your categorical and your numerical data. You're going to create a frequency table with the relative frequency score on the color paper, decorate and make it look presentable. It must have a title, okay? So you need to make it look like it is decent and someone can look at it and tell what it is you wrote. Um, and then make sure you have a title because that will be counted off if you don't have it. And then for your numerical data, you're going to create a box and whisker plot from the data, and it's going to include all the statistical information that you collected. And so you have examples of of what would be expected in these situations. And then step 4, you're going to make 2-paragraph conclusion about your categorical and your numerical data. So the last 2 pages are spaces for you to write those 2 paragraphs. And you need to make sure that you are thorough and complete in that. Um, and again, just want to reiterate, you have your rubric that you can look at. You will be required to grade your own project, and then I will grade it behind you to see how close we are together. But we should be at the same point because it shouldn't be any discussion as far as whether you have the correct information to get the amount of points that you are giving yourself. So good luck on your projects. Remember, your project is due next Wednesday, May 16th, and it will count as a test grade. Good luck to you all.